Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 Philadelphia Tribune Women of Achievement Celebration. Today, we will salute African American women who have made great achievements in their chosen fields and have made a substantive impact to the success of their companies and organizations they represent. My name is Mariska Bogle, and I am honored to be your Mistress of Ceremonies. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the man who continues the legacy of the Tribune's founder, Christopher James Perry, the president and CEO of the Philadelphia Tribune, Robert W. Bogle.
Good afternoon, and thanks to each and every one of you for being here with us today. Too often, those who shine among us go unrecognized. The Philadelphia Tribune is once again pleased to recognize women who have made significant contributions not only to their respective organizations, but also to their communities for which they serve. We honor and celebrate this prestigious group of women, their accomplishments, and their unwavering commitment to success. We take great pride in acknowledging the honorees in this month's Tribune magazine. Each of you exemplifies the reward of hard work. Without exception, on behalf of the Philadelphia Tribune and our sponsors, Comcast, Visit Philly, Independence Blue Cross, PICO, Rivers Casino Philadelphia, Temple University, Milton Hershey School, and Jefferson Health. We congratulate you and wish you continued success. And remember, our sponsors help make this event possible. We encourage you to support these companies. Please welcome Imani Breaker, Vice President, Applied Analytics at Comcast.
I'm delighted to be here with all of you today to celebrate these amazing women being recognized and the incredible important work of the Philadelphia Tribune, which of course is much more than a newspaper as it bands together the African American experience in our city. I'm personally honored to be among so many outstanding members of our community who make a significant impact in Philadelphia and who, by their mere presence, can create a more inclusive culture at their workplaces. I'm inspired by your drive and your commitment and look forward to learning more about you all today. For many people, this past year was the moment they recognized that empowering Black voices in journalism and everywhere is not only necessary, but an essential step towards social justice. And when I think about the business community and how we can impact social justice, at the end of the day, it's also about how we can impact economic justice. While Comcast last year committed $100 million to expanding our diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, we also recently announced that for the next 10 years, we will put $1 billion into digital equity. That is connecting people to the internet and teaching them tech skills and putting them on a path to economic mobility. Because real change isn't about a moment, but a movement. We also know that supporting Black and Brown-owned businesses is key to addressing the racial wealth gap. That's why we created our Comcast Rise program, through which last month we gave 100 diverse-owned businesses in our region $10,000 grants. By 2022, we hope to reach 13,000 businesses nationwide through the program, which also provides tech and media support. Just as the Tribune values the power of storytelling, Comcast is using its platforms to highlight Black voices and perspectives all year long. Through our Xfinity One platform, we introduced the Black Experience Channel, a collection of movies, TV shows, news, and other programs that celebrate the breadth and beauty of Black culture. It's been a great year of change, but with so much more work to do and efforts that must follow. And we recognize the only way to overcome our challenges is to work together and continue to open doors for the new generation. I'm empowered by all of you here today and look forward to the future. Thank you so much.
The Philadelphia Tribune is the oldest continuously published newspaper serving the African American community in the Philadelphia region. The paper began in 1884 when Christopher James Perry published the Weekly Tribune. It was a one-page, one-man enterprise. Throughout its history, the Philadelphia Tribune has been committed to telling the life and experiences that reflect the challenges and triumphs of African Americans. Today, the Tribune is available 7 days a week in print and digital editions. Reserve your subscription today by clicking the subscription link below. The Philadelphia Tribune provides timely and compelling news that is informative and relevant to the African American experience. To enjoy being better informed, stop today to secure your subscription. For more information and coverage of the Women of Achievement honorees, call 215-893-5786. Today, we celebrate and recognize some of the accomplishments of these extraordinary African American women. These honorees raise the bar of excellence while influencing generations to come. They should be proud of their accomplishments. They have used their gifts to rise to the top of their profession, and Tribune Magazine is proud to recognize their achievements. These women are educated. They dream big with ambition and lead with strength. Their talent has not gone unnoticed, not by the companies they represent. It is my pleasure to introduce you to this year's honorees. Ms. Lynette Galladay, Manager, IS Administration and Communications, AmeriHealth Caritas. Ms. Roxanne Cook, Consumer Banking Regional Director, Greater Pennsylvania and New England, Chase. Ms. Carol Horn Penn, Vice President, Business Development and Corporate Relations, Clemens Construction Company, Incorporated. Ms. Rajan M. Yeadle, Executive Director, Program Management, Comcast Rise, Comcast Business. Ms. Pashan Mann, Vice President, Talent Acquisition, Comcast Cable. Ms. Rosalind Bosket, Director, Contact Center, Independence Blue Cross. Ms. Shannon Camps, Employee Relations and Retention Specialist, Department of Human Resources, Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania. Ms. Robin Brown Stovall, Senior Director, Revenue Integrity and Hospital Billing, Jefferson Health. Ms. Robin Brantley Case, Home Life Director, Elementary Division, Milton Hershey School. Ms. Sabrina M. Brooks, Senior Manager of Workforce Development, Corporate Community Relations, PICO. Dr. Eugenia South, Assistant Professor and Vice Chair for Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity, Department of Emergency Medicine, Penn Medicine. Dr. Marcine Pickron Davis, Chief Diversity and Community Relations Officer, Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Ms. Claudia Berger, Dual Table Games Supervisor, Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Ms. Alita Evans, Chief Officer Control Center, SEPTA. Ms. Valerie Harrison, Senior Advisor to the President, Temple University. Ms. Shanaria Ashley, Community Development Manager, Truist Financial Corporation. Ms. Jasmine Armstrong, Hotel Relations Manager, Visit Philadelphia. Please welcome Rachel Ferguson, Chief Innovation and Global Diversity Officer for Visit Philadelphia.
On behalf of Visit Philadelphia, we are proud to serve as a presenting sponsor of the Philadelphia Tribune's Women of Achievement. First and foremost, thank you, Mr. Bogle and the Philadelphia Tribune for telling the Philadelphia story through the lens of the Black experience, and Mr. Bogle for your ongoing service to the Visit Philadelphia Board of Directors. We're so proud that Jasmine Armstrong, Hotel Manager at Visit Philadelphia, is included in this year's class. Women of Achievement is so special, and now more than ever, as we've repeatedly heard, that this is the year of the Black woman. From the White House to boardrooms of major corporations and to the travel industry, as we celebrate the first Black woman to work as captain of a cruise ship. But we know that this is not a phenomenon. Across industries, so many women are shining so bright and refusing to let anyone dim their light. As Chief Innovation and Global Diversity Officer at Visit Philadelphia, I think about the travel and hospitality industry that is so diverse yet so limited when it comes to women of color in leadership roles. I think about how often corporations will talk broadly about diversity and inclusion, but fail to get specific and talk about race. If we are able to create meaningful change, race cannot be ignored. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's simple. It simply means caring. every organization caring enough to break from the habitual ways of operating and utilizing all available resources to become more responsive, inclusive, and inspiring to others. As a Black woman that is an executive within the tourism and hospitality industry, I strive to be an agent for change. That means identifying and growing the ranks of the next generation of Black women who are poised for leadership because they have made excellence their brand in all that they do. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Jasmine. Jasmine is a person who can make changes happen by inspiring and influencing others. Jasmine is about excellence in everything she does. She models excellence as a colleague at Visit Philadelphia. And hoteliers across the city know Jasmine as their trusted partner. Someone of Jasmine's caliber is poised for leadership. As she continues growing in her career, tackling more challenging work, and applying her signature brand of excellence, I guarantee this will not be the last time you hear the name Jasmine Armstrong identified as a future leader.
Now have the pleasure of introducing a woman who represents the true meaning of success. Dr. Ayla Stanford is an extraordinary example of achievement and success. Dr. Stanford is an experienced physician with an impeccable record of delivering patient care. She is board certified by the American Board of Surgery in both pediatric and adult general surgery and a healthcare advocate. Amid concerns in the healthcare community about the disproportionate number of African Americans being diagnosed and dying from COVID-19 in Philadelphia, Dr. Stanford took the initiative to respond to the crisis. Last April, Dr. Stanford used her own funds to purchase equipment to create the first mobile testing program in the city. She rented a van, loaded it with supplies, and invited healthcare professionals and medical students to join her in hosting free testing events at community centers, churches, parking lots, and on the streets of Philadelphia. She is the founder of the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium. They have tested and vaccinated thousands of people who do not have access to the resource in a traditional healthcare setting. Dr. Stanford should be and is an inspiration to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Ayla Stanford.
We regret that Dr. Stanford could not join us today. As you know, she has worked diligently to vaccinate thousands of our fellow citizens against COVID-19. That dedicated schedule prevents her from being our keynote speaker today. Once again, many thanks for her dedication to our community. So who am I? I'm Andrea Berry, executive producer at NBC 10 Philadelphia. NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 are so proud to be part of this monumental celebration. Today, I want to talk to you about women of achievement. The women of achievement we honor today come from all walks of life, and they have one thing in common. They are changing the world. I'd like to take a moment to tell you more about Dr. Ayla Stanford. She has saved countless lives in Philadelphia because she never forgot her roots. Before Dr. Stanford was making national headlines, she was a little girl growing up in Germantown. Her family lived in public housing, relying on food stamps to make ends meet. One day, when she was 10 years old, Dr. Stanford went to a health clinic and saw a woman she had never seen before. You could call that woman a woman of achievement. This woman was put together. She had a beautiful outfit. She was poised and professional. She was a Black doctor, the first one Dr. Stanford had ever met. So seeing that doctor sparked something in Dr. Stanford. It inspired her to become a woman of achievement. So she put her God-given talents to work, studying hard and earning a scholarship to Penn State. Afterwards, she wanted to go to med school, but she didn't have enough money to take the entrance exam. And so her community in Philadelphia stepped in. They passed a hat around, everyone giving what they could until they raised enough money for Dr. Stanford to take that test. Years later, after Dr. Stanford became a practicing physician, she saw a need. The COVID-19 pandemic was claiming her community, Black people. They were the same people who sent her to med school, and Dr. Stanford never forgot it. She stepped in and the rest is history. You see, being a woman of achievement wasn't about Dr. Stanford's degrees or her title. It was about what she was willing to do for others. That's how she changed the world. Like our partners at the Philadelphia Tribune, I'm a journalist, and I'm blessed to say that gives me a front row seat to the stories of other incredible women of achievement. One of them is Kayla Brown. She's a high school student from Southwest Philadelphia. She's one of the top students in her class, racking up $2 million in scholarship offers, including the prestigious Gates Scholarship. But she's not just smart, she makes a difference. You see, Kayla was just 13 when she founded her own nonprofit. It's called Dimples for Days, and the goal is to help people smile through adversity. Kayla helps other young people build confidence and reach their potential. In fact, you could call her a young woman of achievement who is teaching other young people to follow their dreams too. This is a city with challenges, but this is a city with so many good stories too. The stories of people who are solving problems and caring for their neighbors. NBC 10, Telemundo 62, and the Philadelphia Tribune love to tell those stories. And that's why I am so grateful to the Tribune for today's program highlighting some of the other women of achievement who make our city what it is. They come from all over Philadelphia, and I'd like to thank every one of them, all of our honorees. Thank you to Kayla Brown, and thank you to Dr. Ayla Stanford.
Congratulations to all the 2021 Women of Achievement honorees. The Philadelphia Tribune would like to once again thank the sponsors who made this special presentation possible. Thank you again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.